This is Mindfulness with Richard Clarke. Listen, reflect, and deeply meditate. Welcome. This is Richard, and today I'm continuing with the basics of mindfulness. This time we focus on non-judgmental awareness. I think this is at the heart of mindfulness. Mindfulness meditation teaches you to meet your thoughts and emotions with openness and acceptance. Non-judgmental awareness is the heart of this practice. It means noticing what arises in your mind without labeling it as good or bad, right or wrong. Instead of pushing uncomfortable thoughts away or clinging to pleasant ones, you learn to observe them as they are, simply thoughts. By releasing the judgments that we automatically add to our thoughts, this is good, this is bad, I want this, I do not want that, you see things uncolored by your mind's reactions. This shift can be powerful. Judgment often creates tension. You may criticize yourself for feeling anxious or regretful. Judgments also muddy the water. Non-judgmental awareness means that you see things more clearly. Non-judgmental awareness interrupts the cycle of reactivity. By observing your inner world without judgment, you create space for greater calm and clarity. For example, imagine you are sitting quietly and you notice your mind wandering to an argument you've had. Instead of thinking, why can't I stop obsessing over this? You might say to yourself, ah, thinking is happening. This simple shift softens the self-blame and helps you return to the present moment. It lets you observe the thought without getting so involved in it. Thinking is happening. It's just another thought. I have lots of thoughts, so it's no big deal. Non-judgmental awareness can also ease strong emotions. Suppose you feel sadness rising. Instead of resisting it or getting lost in stories about why you're sad, you can name it. Sadness is here. With this practice, acceptance allows the feeling to move through you rather than overwhelm you. Sadness is just another thought. A helpful technique for building non-judgmental awareness is called noting. As thoughts or emotions appear, you silently label them: thinking, worrying, planning, remembering. This technique puts them at more distance from you. Noting was used in the two examples I gave. This keeps you from getting tangled in the thought itself. By stepping back in this way, you become less reactive and more at ease. The beauty of non-judgmental awareness is that it applies not only during meditation, but in everyday life. You might notice yourself judging someone in conversation, or even judging yourself for judging them. Rather than spiraling into guilt or frustration, you can pause and recognize, judgment is here too. There goes the mind again, thinking. This practice isn't about becoming passive or ignoring what matters. It's about meeting your experience with kindness and curiosity. The more you embrace what arises without judgment, the more you cultivate inner peace, and you find self-knowledge by this undisturbed perspective. That is why non-judgmental awareness is key to mindfulness. So now a guided meditation on non-judgmental awareness. Find a comfortable position. Allow your body to settle, your hands resting gently. Close your eyes if you like. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, release any tension you're carrying. Let yourself arrive fully in this moment. Bring your attention to your breath. Notice the feeling of air moving in and out of your body. If your mind begins to wander, gently guide it back to your breath, not with frustration, but with patience. And give yourself a pat on the back for noticing your mind wandering. As thoughts arise, simply notice them. You might silently label them: thinking, worrying, planning. Try not to push the thoughts away or hold on to them, just observe. They rise and go away. If an emotion appears, maybe irritation, sadness, or joy, quietly name it. Ah, sadness is here. Ah, joy is here. Just let it be as it is without trying to change it. Imagine each thought or feeling as a visitor passing through. Some may be pleasant, some may be uncomfortable. Each one is welcome. If you notice yourself judging, even judging your meditation, gently say, ah, judging is here too. Do I need it? Allow your awareness to rest in this space of openness. Thoughts and emotions may continue to come and go. Remain steady, observing them like leaves floating down a stream. And now, when you're ready, bring your attention back to your breath. Notice the gentle rise and fall. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, feeling your body in the present moment. And when it feels right, open your eyes and return to the space. And take a moment to appreciate the calm and presence you've cultivated. Carry this gentle awareness with you as you move through the rest of the day. So, Barley, how is your meditation this week?
Well, as you maybe remember, I've been battling COVID.
Yes.
But this week, I was able to get back to doing yoga and going to the gym and fighting through it. But today, actually, I feel pretty good. So maybe I'm over it now. I ran out of my tests that I got for free from the US, but I'll go to the doctor next week, and that's good. And today's topic was really good because I remember this was one of the original talks, but to remind yourself that you're thinking, that was pretty clever. I like that.
Yeah, the labeling is just a way to give yourself a little distance from the content of the thought and not be so involved with your own drama. How about you, Carol?
Yeah, I agree. That was really, I don't remember you saying that stuff before. Maybe I was absent that day, but that direction, judgment is here. That's, I mean, really good things. I love it. And
Yeah.
I'm continuing my pre-bedtime attempt at meditation. It's for all the years I've been doing it, it's still really hard for me to get into it, but I keep trying, so that's good.
hmm And labeling, I haven't talked much about labeling, but it is a technique that is there. And, it's one way, like I said to Barley, to give yourself a little distance.
Yeah, I find it a really interesting idea, especially the one with the judgment, since I am frequently catching myself doing that.
Uh-huh. How about you, Joyce?
It's been a mixed bag this week. I have been able to, several mornings this week, I've woken up very early and been able to meditate. Then the house is quiet, and it's a good time, but not that I like waking up at 3 in the morning. If you're awake, it's good. And I do also like the idea of labeling thoughts because it's so easy. I mean, we all have it, I'm sure. Things come into your mind, you're trying to meditate, and then all of a sudden something pops up. So just labeling is a good way to keep it from festering.
Well, I hope it is a technique that is useful to you all. And, I think of these techniques as uh, basically tricks to trick my mind out of getting so involved in all the baloney. But it's a problem, and I'll accept tricks as worthwhile. Okay, so now we have a video more serious than some. This is by Jon Kabat-Zinn, who is one of the major teachers of mindfulness, and it's on the attitude of non-judging. Where's my video? I lost my video, excuse me.
Non-judging is a very important element of mindfulness practice, and in fact is part of my working definition of mindfulness, which is the awareness that arises through paying attention on purpose in the present moment, non-judgmentally. And the non-judgmentally is the real challenge, because when you start to pay attention to what's on your mind, you very rapidly discover that we have ideas and opinions about everything, just about everything. And we're always judging things in terms of, I like that, I don't like that, I want that, I don't want that, this is good, that's bad. And it's like a steady stream of judging. So when we speak of mindfulness as being non-judgmental awareness, it doesn't mean that there won't be judgments. It means that you will be aware of how judgmental we actually are, and then not judge the judging. And when we relate to it in that kind of a way, then we begin to see that our judging is very often black and white. It's either this or that, good or bad, like, dislike, want, don't want. And we get imprisoned by that kind of view. But being non-judgmental doesn't mean that all of a sudden you get stupid and think, well, I'm not going to be judgmental, so I'll just walk out in the street in front of an oncoming truck. What difference does it make? No, it means that we will cultivate discernment. This is the capacity to see what's actually unfolding, but not to judge it, but to recognize it and to understand it in relationship to our experience. So when we speak about non-judgmental awareness, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about a very fine degree of discernment, of clarity, of wisdom, of understanding the interconnections between things, and at the same time noticing the tendency to judge quite quickly, like, don't like, want, don't want, and to recognize that that actually creates a kind of veil or a filter in front of our eyes that doesn't allow us to see things as they are, but to only see them through the lenses of our own ideas and opinions and likes and dislikes, which is practically blinding to us. So this is a wonderful discipline, the cultivation of awareness of judging and the cultivation of being gently non-judgmental or not judging the judging that we do discover in ourselves. And over days, weeks, months, and years, we can begin to actually find a way to navigate through our judging in such a way that it no longer dominates our lives in quite the same way. And we recognize when it comes up that it's actually, in some sense, toxic. And the more we challenge it and the more we rest in discernment and in pure awareness, the more we can live life authentically in the present moment without getting caught by our own habits of mind, unhealthy, if you will, habits of mind.
So now we'll take a few minutes and meditate ourselves. Mindfulness is present moment awareness, paying attention on purpose in the present moment, non-judgmentally, fully receive whatever is experienced, then let it go. All right. And let's close with our chant. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. Now, non-judgmental awareness is important enough that what Buddha taught about this 2,500 years ago, he taught his four foundations of mindfulness. And the second foundation he called feeling tone. And his point was every thought and feeling you have has, almost before you notice it, this emotional tone that your mind puts on it of this is good, this is bad, this is neutral, I want to draw close to it, I want to keep it away. And, it is the same non-judgmental awareness that Buddha was teaching a long, long time ago, just in a little different language. And he was teaching stuff kind of upstream from non-judgmental awareness, the feeling tone that is there already. And it's so subtle that most of the time we don't even notice it.
Well, we were brought up to put our thinking caps on, but that was what we had to do. So
That's right, not our feeling caps.
yeah.
Yep. Anyway, I'm still so happy that you continue to come together in this way.
Me
Thank you very
too.
much.
Okay. So have good meditation and we'll see you next week.
Okay, sounds good.
Namaste.